I didn't turn it on. Testing. Hey, welcome to Northwestern. We'll be back momentarily. Hello, Raider Nation, and welcome to tonight's conference semifinal matchup between the Mustangs of Morningside and your Northwestern Red Raiders. Tonight's game is hosted at the Northwestern College Soccer Complex in Orange City, Iowa. 45 degrees here at kickoff, and we will get to your starting lineup shortly. Morningside comes into the game ranked 4th in the conference. Northwestern ranked 1st. Their matchup earlier this season was in town on September 22nd, and Northwestern used an overtime winner from James Bolger to put that one away. Take a look at the starting lineups for you tonight. First for Morningside, in goal a junior from Germany, Bjorn Huth. Number 4, Marcus Madsen in the midfield. Also in the midfield, number 6, Jonah Fisher. Forward, Sander Coburg, number 7. Fellow forward, number 9, Victor Becker. Midfielder number 10, Moritz Lusch. Forward number 11, Robin Tomala. Midfielder number 14, Noah Jortsma. Defender number 15, Marnix van Exel. Defender number 21, Jacob Fraunmuller. And forward number 18, Johannes Long. Western will work to clear this out of their own end as Langert passes ahead to Kaltenberger. We'll take a look at Northwestern's starting lineups. In goal, Zeke Foltz. Back line of Adam DeBoer, Johannes von Saldern, Luke Happer, and Marcel Langert starting tonight. Midfielders Marco Alessio, Joshua Wingfield, James Bolger, and Tim Kaltenberger gets to start again, although Luke Roloffs is suited tonight. And attacking for the Raiders, Stan Vandenbeld and Juan McCrae will start at the forward positions. Marcel will play that one out. And an early corner kick coming for the Mustangs. Corner kick coming here for the Mustangs. Ball played in near post and Marcel heads it out. Shot taken there by number 9, Victor Becker. Saved by Foltz. Foltz is having a spectacular year. More clean sheets than not on the season. He sends this one away to Johannes over here in front of the Northwestern bench. Bolger drops back to Johannes. Johannes will send long in the direction of Wani. That's headed out by Coburg. And a long throw in there from Happer. One headed out by Van Exel. Another long throw in from Happer there. Headed by Bolger. Down some feet in the box. Johannes comes up and will send this one back into the box. Keeper Huth will catch that one. Coburg drops back to Jortsma, and Jortsma will swing near side to Fisher. Jonah Fisher will bring the ball up, finding Becker. Morningside in all black tonight. Northwestern in their nice stripes. Johannes loses his footing and Becker turns the corner. Plays one into the box and Zeke is there to grab that one. Foltz with a nice throw. Out to Stan Vandenbeld. Vandenbeld makes a move. He's in the Morningside territory. Still has the ball at his feet. Looks to play Tim forward, but that's poked away and kept there by Robin Tomala. Over here is Mo Luch crossing the midfield. Passes to Becker. Victor Becker on the near side. His ball in, deflected off of Marcel, out of bounds. Busy day here for sports at Northwestern, and we will give you the update as we progress throughout this game. Northwestern football in action at home. Men's and women's cross country hosted the conference meet in Orange City for the first time ever. And volleyball and men's basketball were on the road as well. Volleyball just beginning their match, actually. First round of the GPAC conference tournament for them as the 5 seed playing 4-seeded Dakota Wesleyan in Mitchell at the Corn Palace tonight. Wani's header flicked forward, and Wingfield's going to be able to keep that one in. It's played out by Jacob Fraunmuller. Johannes comes up to take this throw. Johannes finds Wingfield. Wingfield's good space to the top of the box. His shot stopped there by Van Exel. Bolger has it in the midfield. He'll look for someone on the turn. Plays Vandenbeld. Stan was not ready for that one. Coburg over there will throw in for the Mustangs. Kaltenberger heads for Alessio. A high foot there from Joritsma. Alessio goes down. Marcel standing over this one. Marco Alessio to take this free kick here for the Raiders. The attacking line standing on the edge of the box for this set piece. Alessio chips in the direction of Bolger. His header straight up. Vandenbeld from the corner of the box. Cleared by Van Exel. All the way back to Marcel. Marcel will swing it over here to Johannes. Johannes can't get around Luch, and Mo turns the other way. His pass is going to be intercepted by Marcel. Langert finds Bolger in the midfield. Bolger retreating. Langert now brings it out of his box. Marcel looking for Wani. Wani with a good touch. Sends it to the midfield where it's picked up by Coburg for the Mustangs. Becker turns. Becker sends Tomala to the line. Zeke makes a good grab there. Zeke throwing it out for Happer on the far side. Vandenbeld, 2 on him. It's going to be called for a foul there. He got tangled up with Marcus Madsen. Free kick coming here, and Coburg will take it to Van Exel, and Van Exel back to Coburg. Coburg will look to switch fields here with Fisher. Fisher will look and eventually go with Tomala. Tomala down to the end line. Shot from the top of the box. Madsen shot deflected. He has it on the edge of the box on the far side. His pass picked up by Becker eventually. He'll drop it back to Coburg. Coburg to Joritsma. Joritsma to Fisher. Mo Luch approaches the top of the box, takes a shot, and that one is saved by Foltz. Morningside peppering Zeke early. He throws it over here to Johannes. His pass to Tim is deflected. Marcel with a good stab there. Bolger finds Tim Kaltenberger, drops it back to Bolger. Goes wide to Vandenbeld. Stan can't make it around Coburg, and Morningside comes Happer breaking things up for the time being. That's Madsen dribbling into the midfield. Johannes back to Stan. Stan's got. This pass goes a little long of Wingfield and Wani. McCray pressuring Franmuller, and he'll drop back to Fisher. Marcel plays it back to Foltz. Foltz over here to Johannes. This touch goes straight up. Kaltenberger riding Jortsma. Jortsma to the top of the box. Jortsma past everyone but DeBoer, and he clears that one out. Wingfield turns around Van Exel, looking for a foul. The referee not giving anything early on. Coburg's ball off of Happer, and he throws in. Coburg, long ball, looking for Luch. Kind of looked like he used his shoulder to knock that one down. Northwestern asking, referee saying chest. Gonna have to agree with Coach Swear on that one, that looked like a lot more shoulder than chest. But no harm done for Northwestern, as the shot is wide. Foltz kicks out to Marcel on the goal kick, and he sends it to midfield. Wingfield's header pushed back across the midfield line by Fisher. Marco Alessio with the sliding kick. Fisher has it again. Marcel looks for a header over Tomala, but unable to get there. Shot there, and an incredible save by Foltz. Mo Luch with a shot from the top of the box. Zeke with a great one-handed save. All-conference keeper. Stan Vandenbeld pushed off the ball there by Coburg. The linesman is going to signal for a foul. Free kick sent in. Wani looks to keep it in the vicinity. Marco plays it up to the top of the box. Bolger up for a header. Ball back out here, and Becker will send it long, looking for Tomala. Marcel heads it out of immediate danger. Happer there plays it to Bolger, and Bolger looks for Stan. Drops one right in front of Stan. Stan from the corner, loses his footing. Wingfield's coming in from the top here. Wingfield goes down hard on the top of the box. The referee, apparently going to avoid calling any penalties tonight, will let that one go, and Northwestern will have a throw in on the near side. Wingfield went down with some contact at the top of the box there. Nothing given from the referee, and Luke Happer will come to throw this one in. Northwestern able to attack immediately off the throw with Happer's arm strength. So he'll send a long one in from the sidelines here. Center of the box, Boulder's header. Becker has it, and he'll clear. Marcel working on it with Tomala. Tomala drops, or Marcel rather, drops back to Foltz. He'll give it back to Marcel in front of the Raider bench. Marcel looking long for Stan. It's going to be headed by Coburg. Long watches that one roll out. Northwestern will have a throw. 0-0 the score here as we approach 15 minutes into the first half. That one headed by Van Exel. Marco drops to Happer. Becker has it at the midfield. It's got Johannes Long. Long to Madsen. Madsen to Becker. Becker to Lusch. Northwestern again asking for a handball. Again with Lusch. Again no, says the referee. Becker turns, takes too long, and Alessio is able to get there and intercept his pass. He's looking for Tim. Kaltenberger had it poached from behind by Jortsma, and Jortsma's shot on frame hits the post. Bounces back, and Zeke Foltz grabs to clear Wingfield into the edge of the box. He's on the edge, he centers. It's Kaltenberger there. Had the ball at his knees and unable to finish it. Tough angle, tough pressure from behind. Stan Vandenbeld. Vandenbeld going to take a shot, and that's deflected off the legs of Van Exel. Becker being hounded by Alessio. He'll swing it near side to Mo Luch. Luch looking. Just going to swing it across and switch fields with Coburg on the far side in front of the Raider student section. That ball headed back by Bolger. Tim looking to send Stan Vandenbeld. Not quite going to beat Van Exel there. That one's going to be played off of Tim. Off of Stan. Van Exel kicks that one out. Northwestern will have a throw. I believe that's Stan Vandenbeld on the far side. That looks like a Happer throw-in. Morningside has some numbers. Luch looks to play one forward. Offside, says the referee, but also does not pertain to the play, and Wingfield has it on the near side. He'll look to move around Fraunmuller. Leaves it for Alessio. Alessio across the midfield to Kaltenberger. Back to Alessio. He'll look for Wingfield. Wani plays it a little long for Josh. That'll find its way back to Marcel in the back line here. 27 minutes left in this first half. 0-0 is the score. Morningside certainly putting some pressure on Foltz. He's able to answer the call so far. Marcel to McCree. Touch to Johannes to Wingfield. Tim looks for a little jump pass and nothing doing. Men's basketball is in action this weekend with games on Friday and Saturday. I don't remember the name of it. At a classic in Bellevue this weekend, beating Peru State 84-75 in the opening game. Tim goes down there and the referee says nothing doing. 84-75 was the final score. Trent Hillbrands leading the way with 30 points, going 7 of 12 from long range. As the Raiders shot an impressive 43% from behind the arc. Alex Van Kalsbeek steady with his 23-point contribution as well. Always counted on for significant scoring load for the Raiders. Madsen in there, and he loses that one off his shin over the end line. Foltz will have a goal kick. Today the Raiders played the Wolves of Cardinal Stritch and won by a score of 100-56. Van Kalsbeek leading all scorers with 25. Trent Hillbrands and Noah Slachter with 15. Matt Onken and Cade Fye with 11 apiece. Those are the Raiders in double digits. Northwestern moves to 4-0 on the season for men's basketball. Two victory weekends so far to start the season. Happer over there on the far side. Vandenbeld, he'll take a shot, and that goes off a Wingfield, unfortunately. Unlucky break there for the Raiders. Morningside will have a free kick coming. Cross-country meet was in town as the Landsmere Golf Club hosted the conference meet for the first time. Northwestern's top finishers on the women's side. Foltz will gather this one. Haley Lowe in 53rd, Caitlin Alberts in 45th, Lindsay Grun in 41st, Tirza Wittenberg in 35th, and then the all-conference finishers Caitlin Weiss in 13th and Morgan Marker in 9th. And I believe the top 10 qualify for nationals. I've not heard for sure. On the men's side, the women finished 6th as a team in the conference. On the men's side, they finished 3rd as a team. DeBoer chases this one back in the backfield. Joseph Kunert finished in 31st. Isaiah Lee finished in 30th. Peyton Brasser in 21st. Dawson Jacobsma in 18th. Levi Cross in 17th. And all-conference finisher Ian Wiersma finished in 8th in a race that was swept 1 through 5 by the Dordt defenders. Wiersma leading the Northwestern runners. Alessio, his header with Madsen falls back, and Marcel will chase that one down. Looking for Wani. He brings it back into the Northwestern side of the field, and he'll drop it back to DeBoer. He'll take his time and look to reverse field here. He's got time and space. He looks long in the direction of Wani. Going to be in a tough spot. A little behind Wani and a little ahead of Johannes. Wasn't quite ready to make the turn there on that one. The Northwestern football team was in action today as well against Morningside. Essentially what comprises the GPAC championship match between the first 2 teams in the conference and 2 of the top 3 teams in the nation. So Northwestern is ranked 2nd overall, and Morningside ranked 3rd. It was a tight game back and forth from the start. High-scoring affair as expected. Morningside eventually came out on top, a final score of 55-49 in a game that came down to the wire. Northwestern will finish their regular season at Briar Cliff next week in what should be another high-scoring game for the Raider offense. And then the NAIA National Tournament will be after that. Northwestern still looking at the possibility of hosting an opening round game. We'll see how that plays out as the rest of the season unfolds. Take a look at the volleyball game. Still in set 1, Tigers and Raiders. Northwestern is down 22-23, serving next. Johannes heads out to Wingfield, and the Wingfield turns around Fraunmuller. Morningside's going to end up getting this throw in here, and Fraunmuller will throw into Luch. Mo Luch sends it to the middle to Becker. DeBoer, that's not Becker. Tomala, DeBoer dispossesses him. His pass out towards the midfield, picked up by Coburg. Coburg plays it into Luch. Long ball there, looking for Wani. McCray looks to turn. Lobs one up for Kaltenberger. Kicked back to Stan. Vandenbeld takes his time and looks. Goes with Marco Alessio in the middle of the field. Alessio passes to Tim on the top of the box. He's bumped from behind by Jordsma, and Noah Jordsma will pass out to Luch. Maluch will come near side to Tomala. Tomala will pass, playing on Joritsma. Joritsma cuts around to Bohr. He's into the box. He drops it back for Tomala. His shot on goal. And saved by Foltz. So we reach 20 minutes left in the first half. 20 minutes left. It's that time of the night. If you'd like to let us know where you're shouting. I got ahead of myself. If you'd like to let us know where you're supporting the Raiders from, I would love to give you a shout out. So you can shoot me an email at trey.harms@nwciowa.edu. Love to hear where you're listening in and supporting the Raiders from. Morningside fans will try and keep the tensions low, at least on the live stream. And if you'd like me to give you a shout out as well, feel free to shoot me an email at the address listed. It was a good time to see where Raider fans are tuning in from. Johannes throws into Wani. Joritsma. That one's played around by Alessio, and from his feet, Wani sends Wingfield. Wingfield has it. He'll run towards the end line. He's into the box. He centers it. Shot. Ooh. Shot on goal there by Stan Vandenbeld, and a great save by Jorn Huth, the junior from Bad Vilbel, Germany. With a great save there. Corner kick coming. It'll be Stan Vandenbeld taking this one. Wingfield in front of the keeper right now. Everyone else at the top of the box. Vandenbeld sends it in. It's long. Wani's header. Header and goal! Wani McCray with the header. That's a goal for Northwestern. Assist Vandenbeld. Wani's header, well placed from about 10 yards out. Over the keeper, off of the back of Coburg. And that one finds the back of the net as the Raiders jump to a 1-0 lead here. A goal in the 27th minute by Wani McCray. His 11th goal of the season. Ball on the far side in front of the student section. Morningside will have a throw in here. Substitution's going to be coming in here for Morningside at the next opportunity. Fraunmuller unable to get to that one. Brennan Haggerty came into the game there for Tim Kaltenberger, and Morningside is going to sub here with Yarrow Zarbo and Yannick Vogel coming in for the Mustangs. They'll come in for Robin Tomala and Noah Joritsma. Luch pressured by Johannes. We'll get started on the shout-outs as those start to roll in here. Fraunmuller runs over it. Wow. Franmuller ran over it. Mo Luch played the ball in, and Zeke was unable to see that one coming as it went over the crowd of players. So that's a goal unassisted for Mo Luch, number 10, as he scores on a free kick. Ryan Wager comes into the game for Wani McCrae here. Nick Fitter came in for Wingfield as well, so Northwestern switching out their attacking wings. And they'll be involved right away here as Wager's going to run down the sideline. He is ridden off the ball by Luch. So Mo Luch picks up a fortunate goal, and Morningside gets a good break. It's a good ball played in. Just Zeke was not expecting it to come all the way over the wall and didn't have a great angle on it from where it flew in. Luch tried to backheel that one and kicked that one out. They're going to say that went off of Johannes's back, maybe? Johannes going to throw in here. That one goes long, and Foltz will keep it at his feet. Play it here to Marcel on the near side in front of the bench. Volleyball update for you. Dakota Wesleyan wins set 1 in some extra points, 27-25. Chased down over there. Dropped for Stan. Vandenbeld approaches the top of the box to Fitter. Fitter plays himself forward. He's got it on the end line. He drops for Vandenbeld. Vandenbeld's one touch, looks to send in, and it's going to be a corner kick for Northwestern. They're going to say that went off of Stan. Goal kick coming instead for Morningside. Shout out to Reneka Nichols and her family. Reneka on the Northwestern women's team. She's watching the game at home with her family in Sioux Falls, South Dakota. Hello to my fellow South Dakotan friends and Renickle. I'm going to have a hard time living that one down. I'm very sorry, Reneka. And the Nichols family. Yikes. My apologies. If you'd like a new family mashup, feel free to send me a shout out as well, and I'll see what I can do for you. Josh Johnson, Morningside alum, watching from Hastings, Nebraska. All sorts of GPAC stuff on the run there. Jerry Witt and the Witts from Hudsonville, Michigan, supporting Uncle Dan Swear's team. This is Coach Swear, leading the Raiders to a fantastic season this year. Happers checking in again from Overland Park. Good to hear from you guys. Supporting Luke and the team. Marcel is going to take this free kick here for the Raiders on the near side of midfield. I'll send this one long. Over the head of Wager. Alessio's there. He's going to take a long shot. It's going to go off the feet of Mo Luch and out for a throw-in. Shout out to Deb and Warren Swear cheering the Raiders on from Ada, Michigan. That Michigan connection for Northwestern. Tuning in strong. Happer going to take a strong throw in here from the sideline. He's going to play this one near post this time. Headed by Van Exel. Happer. Vandenbeld chasing it down. kind of grabbed there by Coburg, but he lets go early enough to not be called for anything. Ball drops back to Marcel. He's going to look for Happer here. Happer looking long, and Jonah Fisher is going to collect that one. He'll play it forward to Zarbo, Yero Zarbo, off the bench in this game for the Mustangs. Plays it off of Alessio. Throw-in coming for Jacob Fraunmuller. He'll look to Becker. Becker has Madsen in the middle, and someone who is offsides on the far side. I believe that's number 19, Yannick Vogel. Marcel looking long. It's going to be Fitter over there, but Coburg's going to get to it first. Becker. Becker's going to take a long shot, and that is going to go well over the goal. More akin to a field goal there. Shout out to our work study student photographer and star football kicker, Eli Stater. Always kicking strong for the Raiders on Saturday afternoon and generally taking pictures for the soccer games on Saturday evenings throughout this fall season. As Zeke sends this one forward, Luch is going to play that one high. Marcel's going to have that one bounce down for a throw-in on the far end. Dale Rosema, shout out from Holland, Michigan, supporting the Raiders. Jedi is at the game. He drove from Mitchell. I actually saw Jedi at the cross-country meet earlier today, and I ran into him on my way out of the cafeteria at dinner. So good to see him again. Jedi athletic training major here. 4-year soccer player for the Raiders as well. Long throw in. Bolger heads it away from the box. Madsen's header goes over the end line, and a goal kick coming for Zeke Foltz. 9 minutes and 10 seconds to play here in the first half. Profe McDonald, nice to hear from you. Watching the Raiders. Me gusta este trabajo mucho. No estoy tan talentoso, pero es algo que me gusta mucho. It's a fun job to get to watch friends play and just talk. Good to hear from you guys as well. Feedback is appreciated. Thank you. Shout out to all of you who stuck with us on Wednesday night for the semifinal match, as we had a silent first 15 minutes here in the booth, working through some technical difficulties. But good from the get-go tonight, as Jacob Fraunmuller takes a throw in here from Morningside. A good header, clearing the danger there by Marcel. Fitter comes to pick that one up. That's poked back by Becker. Fitter working on it with Fraunmuller, and that goes out. Fraunmuller going to have another throw for the Mustangs. 8 minutes to play in the first half. He's going to go back across into Morningside territory there with Jonah Fisher. Victor Becker in the midfield. Comes to the near side. Fraunmuller. Wager. Wager working on him. Johannes is going to take that one in from Mo Luch, and he's going to race down the sideline. A little pinball action there, and Johannes will eventually send that one long. And Huth will control at the top of his box. Shout out to Tess and Craig. I know you said I didn't need to, Tess, but you know I can't skip you guys. Thanks for listening in. Craig, a RA of mine in Colin-Brander Hall, the oldest dorm on campus. Fraunmuller throws in. A little bit of a hard touch there from Vogel, but he keeps it in. Johannes working to let that one roll out, but Fraunmuller manages to kick that off his legs, and he'll throw in. Fraunmuller giving himself some good grip on the ball here. Referee asking him to put the ball in play, please. As that ball comes in, Bolger heads it. Marcel's going to chase it down, able to save the corner as Morningside will have a throw in. Coach Paul Smith cheering on from Toledo, Ohio. Thank you for your email. Coach Smith, I must admit I looked you up to see what connection you had to the Raiders this past week and did not know that you were a coach here for quite some time, so that was pretty cool. Glad to hear you tuning in to support the Raiders still. Thank you for your email. Fultz makes a save from the throw-in, and he sends that one out. Haggerty hasn't touched it a lot in the midfield so far, but has it now. Coburg kicks that one up, and that'll go off of Happer, out of bounds. Throw in Morningside. Bob and Laura DeBoer listening from North Carolina, cheering on their son Adam and the Red Raiders. That ball played into the box. Bob, I appreciate the comment. I don't think I could handle being president. Really the only thing I like about talking on the broadcast is that I get to kind of just keep going and going, and there is no chance for rebuttal. But I appreciate that. Also looking forward to some more Red Raider goals with you guys as this game continues on. 40 minutes in, 50 to go, only 5 left in this half. Adam DeBoer plays that one out for the time being. Throw-in specialist Fran Mueller coming forward to take it for the Mustangs. He's got Victor Becker near. Madsen in the box. Madsen moving around, and that's who he'll throw it to. Madsen squeezes it through Marcel's legs, but Johannes is there. Wager working together with his defense to clear it out. Haggerty's going to get a touch on this and play it to Bolger. Bolger to Haggerty. Haggerty's into the midfield with some space. Fitter looking for Wager. Caught a little bit too much of the inside of his foot there. But that ball eventually finds the feet of Ryan Wager. He'll look to move around Fisher, unable to do so, and poked out by Fran Mueller. Johannes will come forward to take this with 4 minutes left in the first half. Johannes looking for Fitter. Fitter's going to go down on the throw-in, and they're going to give him the foul on that one. Referee saying that Fisher pulled him down a little bit. Morningside's coach not thrilled with the call. The referee standing firm. Shout out to Angie Fast, Angie, Jared, and Geraldine watching son-in-law Ryan Wager all the way from Iroquois, South Dakota. And a shout out to Al Wager and the family watching from Huron tonight. Ryan's parents and family watching. Marco Alessio and Stan Vandenbeld looking to take this free kick. Alessio will run over. Vandenbeld will play in. That one's low and headed out by Morningside defender. Didn't quite catch the number there. Haggerty plays wide to Fitter. Fitter. He turns from the corner of the box. That's kicked out by Van Exel. Back to DeBoer in the middle third of the field, and he'll go all the way back to Zeke. 2:45 left in the first half. Johannes has it, and he'll dribble across the midfield line. Has Bolger. Bolger has Vogel on him. Vogel will clear it, but straight to Alessio. Fitter has it. Van Exel on him. Turns around Van Exel. Looking for Wager. Wager's through. I'm not sure what was called there. Not sure. No offside signal from the assistant referee, but nothing else that it seems like it could have been. In any case, Morningside will have possession with 2 minutes left. Happer with a controlled header. Van Exel finds that and sends it across the midfield line to Becker. Becker's going to switch fields over here to Luch, Mo Luch. Not going to get there before Zeke Fultz. And the human highlighter will walk that back to the top of his box. as we reach 90 seconds remaining in the half. Morningside gonna have the ball here. That one's into the box. Zeke with a great save. The Raiders escape some pressure there. Victor Becker broke through the Raider defense into the box there. Zeke made a great save that bounced out to Marcus Madsen, and his shot just went high of the goal. So Raiders remain tied here with the Mustangs. 1-1 with 35 seconds remaining. Van Exel works his way around Fitter to head that one forward. Madsen loses it though, and Bolger is going to bring it. Looking to send Wager. 23 seconds left. Wager on the sideline. Red Raiders looking for one more goal here to end the half. Wager sends it in. Bolger loses his footing. Vandenbeld has it at the top of the box. Stan over to Alessio. Alessio is taken down there on the slide by Becker. Referee says nothing. Marcel and Johannes working on it. Nothing that they're going to be able to do in 3 seconds, though. That's the end of the half here in City at the Northwestern College Soccer Complex. As the Raiders and the Mustangs are tied at 1. We'll be back in a little bit for a couple more shout-outs, a halftime recap, and a Red Raider recap on today's action in sports.
Raiders stand out. Our teams hold 9 national championships, and Raider athletes competed at nationals in sports last year. Northwestern College, athletic powerhouse. We own that.
And this. Our academic performance is powerful, too. Our student scores are among the best in the nation for accounting, actuarial science, nursing, and pre-med. You want both smart and strong? You belong at Northwestern College.
It's a win-win.
Welcome back to the halftime recap here at the Northwestern College Soccer Complex. We will take a look at the first half of action here and other Raider action in sports this weekend. The Northwestern men's basketball team was in action on Friday and Saturday versus Peru State. On Friday night, they won 84-75. Trent Hillbrands leading the team with 30 points. And today against Cardinal Stritch, the Raiders won by a score of 100-56 as they hit the century mark for the first time this year, led by 25 points from Alex Van Kalsbeek and 15 apiece from seniors Trent Hillbrands and Noah Slachter. The cross-country teams were in action at Landsmere Golf Course as Northwestern hosted the conference meet for the first time, and the women finished in 6th as a team, led by Morgan Marker and Caitlin Weiss, garnering all conference honors. And the men's team finished in 3rd, led by Ian Wiersma and Levi Cross and Dawson Jacobsma, all finishing within the top 20. Northwestern football also played Morningside in Orange City today in a very anticipated high-scoring matchup between the number 2 overall ranked Raiders and number 3 overall ranked Morningside Mustangs. In a back-and-forth, high-scoring affair, Morningside eventually came out on top by a score of 55-49 as they remain undefeated in GPAC play. Northwestern will finish out the season in football at Briarcliff next weekend and then look to quite possibly still host in the opening round of the NAIA tournament, and that will start, I believe, November 23rd. Might be the 30th. I think it's the 23rd. Press box is saying the 23rd.
Is it Saturday?
Yeah, the 20th would make more sense. Yes. Yes, because that's a Saturday, obviously. All right, final decision here in the press box is that will be on the 20th because that's a Saturday and not a Tuesday. So that would make a lot more sense for college football. The volleyball team is in Mitchell at the Corn Palace against Dakota Wesleyan right now. First set went extra to Dakota Wesleyan 27-25. And the second set is currently tied 24-24. Northwestern actually just winning a point, so they're now up 25-24 as the second set is going long as well. Good matchup there between the 4 and the 5 seed in the conference. Northwestern's conference is absolutely loaded for volleyball. As I believe 9 teams are ranked in the latest NAIA polls. 8 teams receiving votes or ranked. A little halftime recap of the game that you guys are watching here. Morningside conceded the first goal, a corner kick header by Juan McCree, a ball that was played in by Stan Vandenbeld. Juan with a good header there in the 27th minute. Not long after, in the 30th minute, Maritz Lusch scored a free kick goal from probably 40 yards, 45 yards on a ball that was not intended to be a shot, but was on frame and cleared everybody's heads inside the box. Bounced in for a goal there. Wani's 11th goal of the season and Mo's 12th. Players used to finding the back of the net throughout this season for their teams. Zeke Foltz had 6 saves as the Mustangs certainly put a little bit more pressure on goal in that first half. Bjorn Huth with 3 saves, one incredible outstretched diving one on a Stan Vandenbeld shot later in the first half. And that's where we stand, 1-1 after 45 minutes of play. 4 minutes left here in halftime, and we will be back for the second half of action. Feel free to keep those shout-outs coming in if you'd like to let us know where you're supporting the Raiders from. And we will be back in 4 minutes.
Being a great practitioner is so much more than treating a disease. We are called to show mercy, compassion, and grace to every life we touch.
We should approach our practice as a PA as unto the Lord. Our work is a form of worship.
We think faith is really important, and we integrate it into every aspect of the program.
At Northwestern, our goal is to engage students to be courageous and faithful learners. While doing that, we can learn to follow Christ and work towards a career that praises God.
As we interact with students, we will allow them to explore their own gifts and to examine their worldview and how those fruits can lend to being a more effective practitioner, as well as to care for those who are, in deepest need.
We want to give students the opportunity to think about how their faith influences their work as a PA, and we also want them to think about how faith will inform their patients' view of medicine, how they will think about their own health and their health care.
We want our graduates to be prepared not only to pass boards and be excellent practitioners, but also to be kind in how they can lead a faithful life.
We want to equip you to serve your patients physically, emotionally, and spiritually.
All right, welcome back. So we are ready to get this second half underway here at the Northwestern College Soccer Complex. Half number 2 of the GPAC Conference Tournament, the semifinal round. Northwestern wins. They will host the championship match on next Saturday on the 13th. Second half is underway here. We will finish the first half shout-outs. Big shout-out to Ashley Arbo, Riley's sister, in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and her roommate, Maddie Salek. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Also, a large, broad, wide, and extended thank you to the DeBoer family for tuning in tonight. Shout out to Andrew and Laura DeBoer. The Laura DeBoer that I know's daughter-in-law. Laura and Andrew cheering from Cortez, Colorado. Tomala shot goes wide. Also, shout out to my good friend, Ben DeBoer. Ben and his wife, Nicole, in Michigan right now. My apologies for not shouting you out earlier, Ben. Took some classes with Ben and have enjoyed spending time at college with his brother, Adam, who is an all-conference defender here for the Raiders. Likely two-time all-conference after this season. So that one bounces off the Morningside. Oh, bounces off the Northwestern midfielders. Tomala in on the action, and Xander Coburg will have a throw in here. So you guys will get to see the far side players over on the near side this half. Marcus Madsen playing with Noah Jortsma. He'll drop back to Van Exel. Van Exel will swing across to Jonah Fisher. Marcel to Wingfield. Jonah Fisher going to be called for the foul there. So he kind of jumped over Wingfield. Marcel Langert will take this one from just inside of midfield. Sends that one long to the middle of the box. Headed down by Kaltenberger. No one there for an immediate shot. Alessio, he will take a shot, and that's deflected by Becker. He chases it down. His touch spins off his foot. Wingfield fighting with it over there. Becker eventually controls. Northwestern going to have a throw in. Tim looking to stab forward for Wingfield. He's not able to get there. Wani and Tim working against Jortsma. Jortsma drops to Jonah Fisher. Victor Becker. That one goes long for Mo Luch. He's not able to get there before the ball runs out over the end line. Fultz will have a goal kick here. He sends that one away. And Tomala has it. Tomala. Yannick Vogel. Drops to Becker. It's Johannes Lang in there on the offensive end. Marco Alessio with the interception. He finds Wani, but his touch spins away from him. Victor Becker has it. DeBoer pressuring. He looks to switch fields. That ball eventually comes to Mo Luch in the center. Taken away by Marcel. Who finds Wani with a good touch. Drops to Tim. Kaltenberger. Leaves it near side to Stan Vandenbeld. Vandenbeld cuts to the middle. Shot here over the scoreboard. He's got a hold of that one. Lifted off a little higher than he was looking. 4.5 minutes in here to the second half. 1-1 is the score. Ball cleared there by Franmuller. Becker plays Robin Tomala forward. Marcel defending. Tomala to the top of the box. Adam DeBoer clears that one. Jonah Fisher has it for Morningside. Adam DeBoer has it. He'll leave it for Happer here. Happer to throw in. Looking for Wani. Wani with a good touch. Stan ran up a little farther on that one than he was expecting, but is able to win it back. Stan dropped it to Marcel. Marcel signaling Wingfield to go. He looks to send him forward. It's headed away on the back line. Ball will be kept in by Huth. He will dribble up to the top of the box and play it near side to Van Exel. Marnix Van Exel, the freshman from the Netherlands, plays it forward. Headed by De Boer. That's headed to Sander Coburg. Dribbles around and still has it after some deflections. Passes forward to Tomala. Coburg on the far side, working against Johannes. Joe kicks that one out of bounds. Throw in there for the Mustangs. Headed by Wingfield. Becker's going to chase that one down. Wani's going to apply pressure. Becker plays it in, deflected off of a Raider. I think Adam might have gotten kicked in the head a little bit there. Adam definitely got kicked in the head. Tough kid, as the De Boer family knows. Looks to be all right. Looks like he just kind of caught a toe to the forehead kind of a thing. Morningside working to keep in and over there. Wingfield makes it past 2, but Van Exel sends that one in. Tomala. Langert to Bolger. That one slips off of Bolger's shin. Marcel will play that one forward, and that will bounce out for a Mustang throw. Marcel gets up to head that one away. And Bolger has it. Bolger taking his time and makes a good play and finds Marco Alessio with time and space in the center of the field. Defender overruns it there, and Wingfield takes advantage. Wingfield toward the top of the box. Is knocked down and loses the ball. Morningside has it again. That's Tomala. Robin Tomala. Ball finds its way back to Fultz. Shout out to Scott Johnson cheering on the Raiders from Fort Worth. Son Ryan played for the Raiders for 3 years, 2012 to 2014. Adam DeBoer is run over there, no foul given. Marcus Madsen, top of the box to Becker. Becker's going to take a shot. Zeke's going to save this one because no save necessary. Looked like it was deflected, but he just missed wide on his own. Scott's son Ryan played here for 3 years, 2012 to 2014. Thanking Paul Smith and Coach Swear for their great influences on the program and on their son. Scott, I am not related to a Scott Harms, as far as I know. Dutch bingo is a pretty popular sport around here, and I'm not from here, but I could maybe get some help in finding someone related to me named Scott. Not that I know of, though. Thank you for the shout out. Cheering on the Raiders from Fort Worth. Alessio with the header. Stan kind of ran over Victor Becker here, and he's going to be called for the foul. Kind of fell over him from behind. Morningside will have a free kick from just inside of midfield. Luch will come to take this. Luch waiting from the referee. Giving the okay. He'll play this one in. Low ball. Alessio will clear the immediate danger. Wani will chase that down. Look for Wingfield. Wani pressuring. Finds Franmuller. Looking for Becker. Good slide tackle there by Johannes. That's going to be a card there. Marcus Madsen going to be booked with a yellow. He took down Marcel over there. Marcel walking a little gingerly. He'll be the one taking this free kick. First card of the night for either team. A little bit less aggressive than the game we saw here on Wednesday night. Certainly less aggressive than the first time these two teams played in September. So there were plenty of stoppages and cards to be seen during that one. 33-33 remaining in the half. 1-1 is the score. Tim slides under. Alessio wins that one back in the midfield. He looks to play a man through. He's going to be called offsides. Wani was awfully close. Referee going to say no. Bjorn Huth will kick this one away for the Mustangs. Check in on our volleyball team. So long as the internet works. Van Exel sends that one long. Marcel heading it with Tomala, and that finds the feet of Becker. Becker chips it into the box. That's headed by DeBoer. Chased down by Marco Alessio. He'll play it over for Vandenbeld off the hop. Vandenbeld gets a good stab on it. Wani has it with Van Exel on his back. Wani drops back to Happer. Happer looking for Vandenbeld, but just a smidge in front of him, and Sander Coburg plays that one back into Raider territory. Marco Alessio. Marco dealing with a lot of contact there, and finally loses possession there with Noah Jortsma in the midfield. Typical American sporting event. Jortsma is frustrated there wasn't more called. Northwestern's frustrated that something was called. And nobody's happy with the referee. Long ball played in there to the top of the box. Vandenbelt comes away with it, spins out of it. Van Exel gets a little bit of Wani's leg, clears that ball out of bounds. Northwestern, after winning set 2, 26-24, 28-26 was what that one went to. Northwestern did win the set, now up 16-11 in the third set. 4-5 matchup as tight as it was expected to be. Maybe tighter. Morningside. Gonna have a throw in here. Yannick Vogel gonna come in for the Mustangs at the next opportunity. He was not ready to sub in at the time the ball went out. Franmuller, long throw in. Now kicks it in. Zeke's going to chase this one down, and he'll catch that. Good play there by Zeke. Looks to be all right. Boots this one away. Good punt there from Foltz. So Alessio dribbles across the midfield. Stan Vandenbeld. Cuts to the inside, finds Wani. Wani, top of the box. He'll drop it over to Tim. Tim chips it in. Far post, Bulger's there. That one's headed up. Headed out for the time being by Jonah Fisher. Played off of Johannes. Referee says no handball. Marcel plays a long one in towards Kaltenberger. That goes off the head of Van Exel. Northwestern's going to have a throw in here. Throw in from Happer. He wipes this ball dry to give himself some grip. Happer again, the throw-in specialist for the Raiders. They load up the box on this one. Throw comes in, middle of the box. Boulder's header. One is eventually over the goal. Goal kick coming here. Same two substitutions. For Morningside coming in, number 19, Yannick Vogel. Coming in for number 4, Madsen. And number 20, Yarrow Zarbo. Coming in for number 11, Robin Tomala. Madsen will sit with 1 yellow card. Not the same strategy as foul trouble in basketball, but going to take a breather nonetheless. Van Exel swings it over to Jortsma. Jortsma switches fields all the way to Jonah Fisher. That one comes back to Fisher. Clears that one over his head. Boulder has it over Vogel. Contact there at the Alessio. No foul given. Correction, foul given. Long free kick here coming from Marcel. Great free kick coming from Marcel. Headed up once, twice by Fisher. Kaltenberger looking to take a shot. Wani slips through. Ball still on the ground. Shot here from Tim. Sander Coburg clears that one out eventually for the Mustangs. Great header, or great ball played in initially by Marcel. Northwestern with a couple of chances, not quite able to convert super deep on the end line. Ball played in. Now a cross. Luce is going to try and chase that one down, but he's unable to get there. Seeing a little bit of action here. It's both teams in the box. Like to see more of that action on the field than on the sidelines. But looking towards the sideline, like to give a shout out to Kayla Tyndall and our CNOS training staff. CNOS, the orthopedic experts covering hand and wrist, spine, sports medicine, and joint replacement. CNOS, improving health. Kayla Tyndall is one of the greatest athletic trainers around. The entire athletic training staff does a phenomenal job, as they were out in full force at the football game today. That one going to be headed off of Wingfield, and then Fraunmuller, and Northwestern will have a throw coming from by the student section. Wingfield and Vandenbeld working together. Wingfield makes it around long. Working with Happer. Sander Coburg clears that one away. Adam DeBoer with a good header there. Vandenbeld kind of missed it. And Victor Becker will turn, look to do something with it on the attacking side of the field. He'll switch fields to start, looking at Mo Luch on the far side. Luch, the goal scorer on the night for the Mustangs. Jortsma down by the end line. He plays that one. Northwestern Volleyball wins the third set, 25-13. It's a good change of pace from the previous two sets that went extra. Happer takes it away from Long. Controlled eventually by Vogel. Vogel to Fisher. Fisher working on Vandenbeld. Vandenbeld not letting up. Eventually gives the ball up to Happer. Happer with a good look towards Kaltenberger and just over Tim's foot. Jortsma in the midfield. He'll chop it over to Franmuller. Franmuller back to Vogel. Vogel dribbles out of the circle. Brings it near side to Coburg. Coburg to Long. Passes it back. Now looking for Becker near the top of the box. Ball played long. Johannes says he got that off of the attacker, and the referees say no. Corner kick coming here for the Mustangs. Ball bounces around in the box there and eventually cleared out by Johannes. Shout out from Linda Potter to Scott Johnson. Josh Potter played with Ryan on those teams in 2013 and 2014. So shout out from Linda and Joe Potter to Scott. Raiders reconnect. That ball headed by the Raider defenders. Vandenbeld pushed over there by Jortsma, and he's furious, which is interesting because that one looked like a foul to me. But Jortsma not afraid to let the ref know that he's unhappy. So we are at the halfway point of the second half. Now entering the fourth quarter for you basketball fans. Tied at 1-1. Marcel with another long ball. Glances off the head of Bolger. And Bjorn Huth will control possession for the Mustangs. Handful of subs about to come into the game for the Raiders. Ryan Wager. Brennan Haggerty. Wager wasn't quite ready for that one. Wager, Haggerty, and Riley Arbo coming in for Stan Vandenbeld. Tim Kaltenberger and Riley Arbo will come in for Bolger in the midfield. Alessio across the midfield. That ball comes back to Arbo. Arbo looking for Wingfield on the far side, but doesn't get him. Alessio. He likes these long distance shots. He'll look for Wani. Wani drops back. Brennan Haggerty played it wide to Wingfield, who wasn't quite ready. He sends it long. Far post. Wani touches it, keeps it in. Ball bouncing around. Goal! puts it away for Northwestern as they take a 2-1 lead here. Brennan Haggerty finds the back of the net. Northwestern jubilant. Haggerty scores a goal in the 70th minute. Celebration Red Raiders. Wani McCrae saved that one from going over with a good touch. Bounced around in front of the box for a little bit while the keeper and the defenders were scrambling, and Brennan Haggerty, right place, right time, right finish. So the Raiders take a 2-1 lead here. Haggerty, the senior from Freeman, South Dakota. That might have been his first goal in the year. Long throw in there. Zeke's going to come out and punch this one away. Wingfield's going to break loose here. The Raiders have a bit of a fast break opportunity. Wingfield with a good touch. Oh, Wingfield not quite able to get there. And Johannes Long saves the Mustangs there from a little bit more pressure. Back and forth volleyball event in the Corn Palace. Dakota Wesleyan leads set 4, 7-1, now 7-2. Jumping out to an early lead there in set 4. Free kick played in low. Marco Alessio blocks it initially. Victor Becker chips it into the top of the box, headed out by DeBoer. Wager chasing it down with Long. Wager making a move on him. Pretty physical there. Nothing called. Long looks to play Yaro Zarbo forward, and he's going to be called for the foul. Morningside quite unhappy with that call. Foltz kicks this one away. Headed by Jortsma. Right to Becker in the midfield. Becker splits through a few defenders. Side tackle there from DeBoer. Relieves the pressure for the time being. Happer plays that one out, and Sander Coburg will come to throw this one in. Happer with the header. Looked like it was off Wager's thigh. That one headed out by DeBoer. Nope, announcer error. That one headed out by Morningside. DeBoer was in the vicinity but did not touch that. Northwestern has it. Marco Alessio with a good touch to keep it away from Victor Becker. Becker staying aggressive. Happer slipped there on that touch. Johannes Lang will leave it for Sander Coburg to throw in. Throws in, looking for Yaro Zarbo. One comes back and finds Jortsma. His touch hops up on him a little bit. Swings it over to Jonah Fisher. Haggerty approaching. Wingfield intercepts that one. He plays Haggerty forward. Johannes is going to come up from the back line here. Haggerty, corner of the box. He's got Wingfield up top. Wingfield, a little bit of a missed touch in the direction of Wager. Happer has it. Wager's knocked down there. And the referee makes a call. Adjective free once again. I'll let you decide for yourself. I know what I thought. The referee thought otherwise. Free kick Morningside. DeBoer and Zarbo up for that one. That one's going to stay in there from Happer on the sky ball. headed out by Van Exel. Nicholas Fitter going to come back in for the Raiders, as well as Robin Tomala coming back in for Morningside. Tomala is going to come in for Johannes Lang, and Fitter is going to come in for Juan McCrae. Luke Happer with a long throw in the direction of Fitter on the corner of the box, taken away by Jonah Fisher. Happer able to change his path enough that he dribbles out of bounds. Under 16 minutes to go here. The Raiders holding a 1-goal lead. Becker has it, turns in the midfield, looks for Mo Luch. Luch to Jortsma. Jortsma has a little bit of time, goes back to Becker. He goes wide to Fraunmuller. Victor Becker swings it back to Van Exel. His pass going to be intercepted by Alessio. That's going to bounce around. Still bounce around. Eventually controlled here in front of the press box by Robin Somala. He's going to dribble towards the center. Luch lets that one go by for Becker, but he misses his touch, and Wingfield's going to take control of that. Johannes is going to send Wingfield. Wingfield's going to get there. Slows up at the corner of the box. Van Exel pressuring him. Wingfield to Arbo. Arbo in the midfield. Arbo drops it back to Johannes. Johannes sends one in. A little high. Jonah Fisher. Alessio has it. Alessio with a little pass to Arbo. Arbo back to Alessio. Cleared by Van Exel. DeBoer with the header. Back to Arbo. Arbo with a good header to Haggerty. The Raiders turn on the attack. Haggerty looks to play Fitter forward. Huth is going to come forward to scoop that one up, but the Raiders certainly a presence on the offensive attack right now. Keeping Huth busy. Keeping that back line alert. They hold a 2-1 lead here, under 14 minutes to go in this GPAC semifinal. Good plays there by Josh Wingfield as he turns. Northwestern cheering him on. Wingfield down the far side. Haggerty. Haggerty with a good move there. Back to the middle of the box. That was Happer there. He just didn't quite get all of that on that shot. Trickles forward for Huth to pick up. Hit. Haggerty called for the foul there. 12.5 to go in the second half. Northwestern shortening the gap, down 14-9 in set 4 of the volleyball match. Dakota Wesleyan. Again, that's the first round of the GPAC conference tournament. Northwestern the 5 seed this year in a loaded conference. Conference that could see 8 teams qualify for nationals. Pretty unheard of in any sport. Yarrow Zarbo swings it across to Sander Coburg. Looking over here for Tomala, but that's intercepted by Happer. Happer's got Fitter. He's going to send him to the midfield. Huth froze for a second. Jortsma's going to get there. That's straight to Wingfield. Wingfield brings it up the middle. Wingfield thought about the long distance shot. Now we'll take it. Nothing doing there. Substitutions coming for both squads. Stan Vandenbeld coming in for Josh Wingfield. and Marcus Madsen coming in for Yannick Vogel. Morningside looking for an equalizer here in the final 11 minutes. On the other side of the bracket, Madsen has it here at midfield for Morningside. On the other side of the bracket today, on the GPAC soccer tournament, 2-seeded Briar Cliff hosted 3-seeded Hastings, and they lost 3-2. So Hastings claims the first spot in the conference championship game. Briar Cliff, co-champions of the regular season, and they will not earn an automatic berth to the national tournament, as Northwestern claimed that from the regular season. So Hastings, with that win, guarantees themselves a spot in the national tournament should Northwestern win tonight. Otherwise, they will host Morningside. But the winner of this plays Hastings. Hastings, the only team to beat Northwestern in the GPAC, beat them by a score of 1-0 a week and a half ago. Fultz sends this one forward, headed by Mo Luch. Hero Zarbo working against Johannes over there and earns a throw in for his side. 9.5 to go. Long throw in there. Headed by Johannes for Fitter. Fitter turns. That touch got away from him just a little bit, and Jordsma controls to Coburg. Arbo sends that one straight up. Chase it down. Good header there from Riley Arbo. Northwestern asking for a handball on Franmuller. Men in blue calling nothing. Long ball played in. Fultz is going to go up for this. Nice reception there from Zeke. He will kick this one away. It's going to be towards Haggerty. Madsen's going to get it from Morningside. Johannes going to clear it back in Jordsma. Odd headers going on right now, back and forth. Vandenbeld's going to fall again. Vandenbeld just has a way about him. Draws the fouls. Morningside not pleased in the least. And Marcel will come up, take a nice long free kick here for Northwestern. Alessio's going to take this. Just over the head of Wager, but it comes back to him. Wager towards the end line. Unable to keep it in, says the assistant referee. Goal kick, which means we'll get some substitutions here. No, we won't. Sander Coburg, place it back. Yarnhuth, having to be careful with it back there. Interesting that the official didn't stop play to allow the substitutions, but Alessio kind of hit as he kicked there. Arbo battling Becker. Becker throws an arm. Becker throws another arm into his back. Alessio, slide tackle there from Robin Tomala. Morningside growing increasingly frustrated, and there's going to be a card here. I'm probably on someone on the bench. That's going to be on the coach from Morningside. Believe he said that someone stepped onto the field. Coach stepped onto the field, I believe, is what he was getting at. Also just some repetitive arguing. The assistant referee over here working to patrol the sidelines. Center says, bring it on, Marcel, with a good ball into the middle of the box. Headed by Van Exel. Going to be a foul called. Interesting. Interesting. Bolger and Johannes Long for Morningside, both awaiting a chance to sub in. Maybe they'll get it here. Bolger's going to take the opportunity. He'll come in for Brennan Haggerty. And Johannes Long will come in for Sander Coburg. Brennan greeted happily by coaches and teammates, as he has what looks like maybe the winning goal tonight. Arbo and Van Exel heading back and forth, and Wager's going to break towards the top of the box with this. He's going to pause for a second. He's going to keep that one in. Corner kick given. Marco Alessio will be taking this corner kick. Closing in on 5 minutes. Alessio approaching. He plays this one in high across the back post. That header bounces out. Wani McCray is going to come in here for Nick Fitter. Northwestern gains some fresh legs on the attack. Huth sends that one away to midfield. Wani working on that one immediately. Wani with a great play, and Wani's got a breakaway. Wani McCray here into the box. Tripped up. Goal kick. Wani with a great defensive play, and managed to somehow hold the ball with himself as he jumped. Took off the other way. Tripped up as he kicked. Goal kick called there. Dakota Wesleyan wins set 4. So they will head to the tiebreaker. They won that one 25-15. So we'll see where this 5th set goes. That ball played into the center, and Zeke with a great save. Diving in front of Zero Zarbo. Jeez, Sorry, Morningside fans. Diving in front of Yero Zerbo. That one bounces forward. Headed over to Huth. Wager's going to give this one a second to get to him. He's going to cut towards the sideline. He's going to make it past Jordsma. Surveys. It's all right to play with this one in the corner for a while. Eventually dispossessed by Van Exel. Madsen puts an arm into Arbo. He falls down. Eventually comes out to Fraunmuller. Fraunmuller's got Johannes Long on the far side. Finds Becker. Becker drops it back to Jacob Fraunmuller. Plays a long ball into the top of the box. Van Exel is there for Morningside. Fultz with a good punch away. Wager's going to kick that one behind the Northwestern bench. Tomala with a quick throw into Jordsma. Jordsma to Victor Becker. Becker's pass intercepted there by Marcel. Arbo has it and sends wide. Johannes not quite going to get there, and he'll scoot back on defense. Headed out by DeVore, and that one finds the sideline. Dale Rosema, appreciate your email. I can assure you I am wide awake for the remainder of this one. Minute 45 left. I really do appreciate that email, Dale. Long throw in from Franmuller. Fultz is in there. It's at the ground. Fultz picks it up. Fultz with a long throw to Wager. Hits him in stride. Wager's slide tackle here by Tomala, no foul called. We'll go adjective free again. Arbo looking for Vandenbeld. Missed him just a little bit. Huth is well out of his box, and Wani's going to keep him honest over there. 1 minute remaining here. Northwestern looking for a spot in the conference championship game. Bolger with a great defensive play. Plays forward to Vandenbeld. He and Wani both missed their touch. Bolger with another good defensive play. Foul there. Lesio goes down, tackled by Van Exel. They're going to stop the clock here. Kind of a late booking here, but Noah Jortsma shown the red card, most likely for something that he said. And he's going to be escorted off the field for his shove of the referee. Unfortunate display there from the senior. As he is shown a straight red. Morningside will be down to 10 men here for the remaining 35 seconds. It's a straight red given to senior Noah Jordsma. Marcel's going to take this one and send it long. Wani might have a play on this. Just over his leg. Who saves that one, and 30 seconds remain. Northwestern fans sensing the victory near. 20 seconds remain. Marcus Madsen has it. So all of Morningside comes forward. Alessio. He's going to lose that from behind. And Marco's going to be called for the foul. Ten seconds remain. Nine seconds here on the clock. Morningside, one last gasp here. Keeper is up as well. Moritz Luch, the goal scorer on the night for Morningside, will take this one again. He plays it in on goal. He's taking a shot here. Fultz saves it. Fultz is hit hard by, I'm not sure who that is, but that'll be the end of the game. Fultz saves that one on the goal line. A good shot by Mo Luch. A good save by Zeke Fultz. And the Raiders are moving on to the GPAC Championship. With a 2-1 victory here over the Morningside Mustangs, Northwestern will host the Hastings College Broncos here in Orange City for the GPAC Tournament Championship next Saturday, October 13th. And they will look to win the conference tournament for the first time in 14 years, since 2007 when the Raiders went to the national tournament. Goals scored by Wani McCray and Brennan Haggerty, the seniors coming through with 2 important goals in the most important game of the season. And Northwestern finds themselves hosting the GPAC Championship game next Saturday. Quick volleyball check for you guys. Dakota Wesleyan is up 7-4 on that one. You can find the link to that live stream or the stats on our website, nwcraiders.com. Thank you to our sponsors, the City of Orange City, Demco Manufacturing, Orange City Health System, and Pizza Ranch for being the team behind the team. Thank you all for tuning in, and have a great night. We will see you next Saturday.